Good morning, Facebook family and friends, and my faithful loyal YouTube subscribers. Today is Tuesday. It is November 29th. The end of November 2016 is winding down. We're past the Thanksgiving weekend. A few days ago, I had a conversation with a friend of mine who's gay. He doesn't like relationships. He's had some rough relationships, and he has a negative view about black gay relationships. And I've tried to express to him that all relationships don't have to be rough. That relationships, people are people. And I tried to use my relationship, and like with me and Earl been together for 20 years. He's like, yeah, but you guys have had problems, you've had issues, you have fights, you have all kinds of stuff going on. I'm like, dude, Earl and I are both human beings. We're not from Mars. We are human beings, and I don't particularly care what type of relationship it is, whether it is of two partners, a mother and a son, a mother and a father, brothers and sisters, a husband and wife. These are all relationships. And I can assure you, in all those relationships I just named, at some point in time, there were problems. Me and my mother had problems in our relationship for years before they resolved themselves. I'm talking about for years, especially in my late teens and 20s. Me and my mother really didn't start having a peaceful relationship until I was well into my 30s. We got along, but it was rough. Very rough. I mean, I couldn't just divorce my mother and say, okay, enough of this. We're going to get a divorce and get this over with. We're going to end this relationship. I think a lot of times people end relationships because they hit a rough patch. Me and my mother hit a rough patch that went on for quite some time. What were we supposed to do? Terminate our mother and son relationship? Some people do that. Some people don't speak to their parents for years. I can imagine. I know parents who haven't talked to their children in years. We never got to that point. Well, we had some issues. I've had issues with my brothers and sisters. I've had issues with uncles and aunts. So we all work through these problems. And if you're in a relationship where you're married, whether you're married or dating or whatever, you're going to have some problems. And sometimes we throw the towel in too quickly because we expect people to be perfect. I'm going to do a series of videos about Earl and I relationship. And I know he ain't going to like it, but I don't care. Earl and I have been together for 20 years and it ain't been easy. The 20 years that Earl and I have been together in a relationship, it has not been an easy road at all. It's been very rocky. We've had fights, arguments, injuries, arrests. There have been problems. At the same time, we've had great times together. We've traveled, we've seen the world, we love each other, care about each other, been by each other's side for 20 years. I can honestly say, when I look, there hasn't been any long periods of time, no more than a few months. There was only a 6-month period that Earl and I were separated in the past 20 years. When I separated, we didn't see each other on a daily basis. And that's when I was in that detention center in 2003 for 6 months. Although he was visiting me, that was the only time in all these years that we didn't see each other on a daily basis. Since, for the past, at least, we've had our breakups. I broke up last 2015. I moved out, tried to make it on my own. I could have, I guess if I was more aggressively about trying to make it on my own, I probably could have proceeded forward. But I ended up coming back for a variety of reasons. Reasons that I thought at that time it'd be best for me just to come home instead of go out and creating my own home. We've had our share of problems. Relationships are not easy. If you're expecting your marriage to be easy, you're a husband marrying a wife, gay, straight, black, white, relationships are complicated. Not going to be peaceful, always. There will be fights, there will be arguments, there will be disagreements. Accept that. Just like you accept love, happiness. All this stuff goes hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. If you think you're going to be in a relationship and everything's just going to go great from day one, it doesn't work that way. And I wouldn't expect it to work that way. You're going to have fights. You're going to have arguments. You're going to have disagreements. Accept that. But also accept the fact that you're going to have love, happiness, joy. That's part of being in a relationship. I always use my mother and I as a prime example of a relationship that's very rocky at some points. I think we're probably at our strongest ever. I mean, the aging process has matured us both. I think that also plays a key in relationships. Me and Earl started dating at 26 years of age. We were very young. Well, we're 46 now. I have matured. I don't know what to say about him. But I've matured. I've grown up. I try to keep the peace. I don't go around unnecessary and needlessly arguing over a napkin left on a table. Throw it away. We got dogs over here. They pee and crap. They old. Clean it up. I don't go in and tell it, run into the living room. They peed on the floor. You know, I'll go get a mop, some cleaning solution, and I'll clean it up. Why am I telling Earl the dogs peed on the floor? Shit, but he goes, but what? He gonna do the same shit I'm doing. Get it up. I try to keep the peace. I don't like arguing because it's not worth it. I've gotten better at this house. I set things up differently so that clean clothes go here, dirty clothes go this. To try to keep some type of order. So when I do laundry, which I do most of the laundry because I like my clothes to come out the washing machine clean, and I like to throw them in a certain way. Somebody else seems to throw everything in together. What? I like to separate my stuff so it smells clean and nice. I like fabric softener, all that good stuff. We got these expensive washing machine dryers that can do all this shit. We'll do it right. I'll do it. See, I resolved that problem. I'm not going to argue with this man about this washing machine dryer. I'm going to wash those clothes. Throw them in your dirty clothes. I created you a dirty clothes pile. Put it there. I'll sort it. I'll clean it. So, truth be told, I don't do much cleaning or nothing. I can count on my hand in the past 20 years I've seen Earl pick up a rake, a broom, a shovel, and I think a vacuum cleaner is downright against his religion. I ain't never seen him pushing a vacuum cleaner. Ever. I could be wrong. Let me think. Let me think. Been 20 years. No. I am 1,000% sure if Earl pushed a vacuum cleaner, I must have been in a coma someplace. Now you come home, I vacuum. I try to vacuum every other day. We have dogs, dog hair, this shit gets all over that place. You have to vacuum this shit up. You don't vacuum this dog hair, be balls of hair all over the place. I've learned to try to live in peace. So no fuss and no fight, no argument. I tell this to Earl all the time. Every fight and argument we have had, we've had some arguments since we moved into this house. Me and him. Earl like that mess. Sometimes I have to entertain him. I say, okay, I ain't doing shit. I guess I'm going to argue with this food. Motherfucker, didn't I tell you? What? That's what you want? What the? See, niggas like that type of shit. You got to entertain them sometimes. Motherfucker, fuck your ass. You know, sometimes it's a black thing. I know white folks be like, oh, why do they talk to each other like that? It's a black thing. You wouldn't understand. It's unfortunate. But sometimes I have to entertain Earl like that. He seems to like it. I don't. But I find a lot of... That's another video. We're getting off track here a little bit. But I think relationships... Here in Atlanta recently, there's been a lot of husbands all over the place who've killed their wives fiance. Shot one guy in Chicago, stabbed his fiance to death, then jumped to his death. Both attractive-looking individuals. Here in Atlanta, last week, this one lady they found her body in her husband's house. I think they were separated. I don't think they're divorced, but they found her body in his house, and they're looking for him right before Thanksgiving this happened. I think they found her body Thanksgiving Day inside of his house. These types of crimes happen frequently within the straight community. Now, I can honestly say I don't see very much of this happening in the gay community. It happens, but not like in the straight community. Straight folks, these guys will kill their wives quick and bury them and all kinds of stuff. It happens quite frequently here in Atlanta. I'm talking about black. This shocking part for me is these are black brothers. And I'm like, damn, the pussy was that good? Something was going on in their mind. They loved that person so much, they literally took to death do us part. The murder-suicide happens quite frequently. I've seen it happen quite frequently here in Atlanta. So Atlanta have a large black gay population. I have not seen that type of murder-suicide happen within our community often. I do know something happened a couple of years ago. One guy killed his partner and literally stepped over the man's body for a few days in the house. And that was here in Atlanta. This guy had a criminal record a mile long. There was all kinds of stuff going on there. Then I know a friend of mine was killed in New York by his partner. There's some stories that have happened within the gay community where partners have, but not as frequently as straight people do. So my buddy who was complaining, his complaint was that the gay community, gay lifestyle, as he said, which I hate to use that word, he said it's just too rough for relationships. But it doesn't matter if you're gay or straight. No relationship is easy. I'm thinking, dude, are you on Mars? No relationship is easy. And I had to give him examples of relationships in his own family. His mother, his father said, you guys had great relationships. Haven't y'all been fussing and fighting over all kinds of stuff just a few months ago? He's like, oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, relationships, whenever you're dealing with people, you're going to have issues like that. You're going to have good times, you're going to have bad times. But this video is a little bit longer than I wanted, but I want to go into more details about Earl and I. Earl and I's 20 years together, because a lot of people don't know there's a lot of stuff that took place over those 20 years. Some good stuff, some bad stuff. I want to share it. I don't know how Earl feels about this stuff, but I'm gonna share a lot of this stuff. Earl tries to have this very private life. Sometimes it's good to help people. And if our 20 years together, the ups and the downs and the rounds and the bouts and the storms and trials and tribulations, if that information can help somebody else, I want to share it. Because a lot of people don't make it 20 years. This was our 20th Thanksgiving together. 20th. We've been together every Thanksgiving, every Christmas. Like clockwork. If you like my videos, please click like, share them with family members and friends. And I look forward to talking about this. I'm going to do a series of videos about Earl and I's relationship. I really think that if I can get this information out there and it can help somebody, that's the reason why I do this stuff, to help educate people and help them to improve their lives, if possible. If somebody could take the knowledge I've gained over the years and use it to improve their lives, or at least just get educated about certain things. That's why I do these videos. Anyway, today, again, it is Tuesday, November 29th. The year is 2016. It is a beautiful day here in Atlanta, Georgia. It's supposed to get up to 70 degrees today. It's a warm November. Anyway, I'm out of here, and enjoy your Tuesday.